Vinny Caravella.
Alex Navarro.
I have a very weird thing for you today.
Okay.
I'm going to present you with something a little off the normal beaten path of video games.
Okay.
So this is Asemblance. It is a game that I discovered mostly sight unseen. I was looking through the PlayStation Store, saw this thing pop up, looked at some of the descriptors and what it was, and I said, fuck it, I gotta buy this. $10. Why not?
Okay, $10.
$10.
On Steam. Oh, no, on PS4.
It is on PS4. It's on PC as well. Okay. It might also be on Xbox One. I'm not sure. But
okay. Asemblance.
Yes, Asemblance. So this is a game from a small team of it's got some ex-Bungie people, some ex-Visceral people, and I think some other
X's.
Noteworthy studios. This is a first-person mystery.
First-person mystery.
Set in this... Well, you'll see where we are here, and I'll explain a little bit more about what's going on here in a second.
Life or death situation that requires your immediate attention. Once again, this is a very serious situation.
I'm using my serious voice. Can you turn a subtitle on?
I don't know if I can.
Okay. Instructions.
Oh,
this is literally all the options.
Okay.
So I don't think I can actually turn that on.
Okay. We'll try and shut up when they're talking.
There's also very little dialogue in this. How are you feeling today,
I'm
Vinny?
a little confused.
Just confused?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. There was no emergency. I was simply evaluating your ability to respond and react to a stressful situation. That's my job. I'm here to help you. So, do you really want to try this again?
Yeah.
You've been at this for far too long. And for some reason, you seem really stressed out. Your answers from the questionnaire, well, odd. Do you at least remember how this all works?
Is this a tutorial?
Well, yes and no. There really isn't a tutorial.
Okay.
So you're kind of dumped here into this space, this lab, and the crux of the game takes place inside this kind of holodeck-looking space here.
Sure does look... All right, Austin. Alex.
Yes.
The ghost of Austin. Let me stop you here and say,
yes.
Is this something that if people are watching, is it like a spoiler thing? Like, should...
Yes. This is not a long experience, but so the distinction here is the stuff I'm going to show in this quick look is all pretty straightforward. Like, this is just the real basic exploratory stuff. And we're going to get through... So there's multiple endings, there's multiple ways that the story can kind of go.
All right.
I'm not going to get into the real, like, obscure stuff, which is where actually kind of the meat of the experience was for a lot of players.
Okay, so fair warning to anybody watching this.
If you don't want to know anything, then just turn this off and go play it. Like I said, it's $10. I have some reservations about this thing, but I think it's kind of a cool concept.
Or maybe punch out if you're feeling like something
it's
you might
getting
want to explore.
Too deep. All right, so this holodeck is a device that is meant to create physical manifestations of memories.
Okay.
And that's something you discover pretty, like, right here.
So, the animus.
Yes.
You may enter the simulation.
But, this is how the game starts. It doesn't tell you what memories you're accessing or why, what any of this means. It's left to you to kind of suss out what that is.
How are they doing their walking in their holodeck? How are you not hitting walls?
Well, so here's how you're not hitting walls. You're hitting walls. Like, this is as far as you can go.
Does it actually stop you?
Yes.
Okay.
There are limits to how far you can go in here. It's all very pretty, though.
So it's basically room space VR.
Yeah. So by pressing R2 here, I can zoom in on stuff. And there really aren't many, like, interactive mechanics here. Like, what you're doing is you're zooming in on pieces of the environment. There's a pickup option for a few things here and there. And that's my exit.
Always respond well to that.
By pressing triangle, you just exit out of the simulation.
In your life, before the endless hours of hard work and regret that destroyed your self-worth and forced you to question all the choices you've made.
Tell me about it.
But perhaps things are different now. Are you ready to continue?
Yeah, sure.
So how long was your experience?
It was a couple hours probably, and a lot of that was me trying to figure out what to do beyond the first ending you come across.
Okay.
It was a lot of me poking around trying to zoom in on everything.
So at some point you hit like a puzzle.
I hit a wall.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, so we have a new location here. Oh, it's a lab. It's an office.
Your office. You were always there. Late at night.
Where's your chair? Standing desk. Okay.
I'm not gonna jump out of here just yet. So
Here's the mystery part.
yeah. All right. So a key thing with
Yeah.
this game.
Look at that diploma. Whose diploma is it? Okay.
So it's indicating I should get out of here, but I kind of want to poke around a little bit first.
Can you
hey,
play
this?
this?
Yes.
The hippocampus is critical only for recent memories, but not for older ones. Over time, the hippocampus teaches the surrounding brain, the cortex, how to represent a memory. An alternative theory accounts for these discrepancies by proposing that the hippocampus selectively
That
stores
Peter Venkman style creepy piano
Yeah.
music in the background. They hate this.
They hate this.
stores another.
What kind of doctor are you?
That is. You're a research scientist of some kind. I think that's the implication.
Copied many times.
When they said they were sending a doctor, I expected somebody a little more
Those cortical copies generate a new semantic.
stuffy.
Theory, if you
Stiff?
store these
Is that what he says? In one of the
Yeah.
stiffs?
to preserve their integrity.
You're more like a game show host.
Of course, assuming the memories were accurate to begin with.
All right. There's more, but I'm gonna bounce out of here for now.
Uh-oh, you broke it.
You seem
Yep.
to be making connections to your past. I'm glad you haven't completely lost your mind.
Thanks, robot
Yeah.
man.
Continue with this train of thought and see where it takes you.
It's you talking to yourself. Dun, dun, dun. Are you going back here?
Yes. So there's actually only like 3 major locations as far as I've seen in this game. And there's some other stuff to maybe poke around as well.
The blue
But
butterfly. There's a blue butterfly.
yeah, remember the blue butterfly?
I did.
Let's zoom in on the blue butterfly.
Oh, God. It's a robot. Oh. Oh, so you can jump around. Or is this a memory?
I'm waiting for you.
Okay.
Why
Is
are
that-
you hoping? This is an emergency, life or death situation that requires your immediate attention.
You remember
Once
this,
again,
right?
This is a very serious situation.
I feel great.
You want me to put that in?
Yeah.
Activate the terminal in front of you and follow the instructions.
You feel great?
I feel great.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. There was no emergency. I was simply evaluating your ability to respond
Is this
and
the
react
loop?
to a stressful situation.
Sort of.
Okay.
That's
It's
my
not
job.
exact. Like, you don't find yourself just hitting the same loop over and over again. It morphs and it kind of mutates in some different ways.
To be honest, I'm a little concerned about
Even if you did the same actions over and over?
your answers.
Well, there are, like, you will hit walls. Like, there are points where it's like, you can't progress until you find the thing that the game wants you to do.
Could you have hit that butterfly from the first time?
Do you at least remember?
That I don't know. I actually haven't gone through and tried to, like, trace my steps a different way.
Okay.
I'm kind of following the path that I did the first time around just
Yeah.
because I kind of know what will take place in some of those ways. There's an opening message in like when you first load up the game that's kind of like the consequences of your choices matter
Sure.
in both the past and the future, and they can't be undone. But that doesn't actually seem like a huge part of the game. It's more about just kind of sussing out what you can from the limited details you're presented in the world.
Did you ever just not hit the terminal? Like when they're in the emergency?
Does this place
That doesn't go anywhere, unfortunately. If
really?
you just sit there, it doesn't do
How long
anything.
did you wait?
I waited a while.
Okay.
I've definitely done some bits where I just waited around.
where you lived with your wife?
Wife.
Butterfly.
Yeah. Oh, look at that giraffe paper holder. That's kind of neat on the shelf.
Oh yeah.
What is that? What is that? Hold a document? A map?
Yeah.
It's a map.
It's like a placemat.
What books we got? What are we reading these days? All right.
The Chords I Like
Uh-huh.
by D. Blaney.
The End of Regret. That's what I said.
Thoughts on Memory Suppression.
The Jaunt.
Bobby and the petting stable.
Painting turtles. On a space
The End of
Odyssey.
Regret.
All right.
Yeah, these are
Books.
these feel like books my dad would have.
What time is it?
It is 9:18 in the morning.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Nothing in that drawer right now. Okay, let's walk to the bedroom.
Oh boy.
What's going on in here?
Room space is working. It's a long hallway.
Yeah.
A lot of rooms. It's a nice
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. Very
Very
Spartan
I was
decor.
gonna say very modern. Do you
Wonder-
put a picture of just the?
There's something. Something was there.
Oh, painting.
It's not there anymore. Oh, hello. Gee, I wonder if that'll come into play. It's on the. Oh, we got a message.
On what?
This gigantic answering machine.
It's about 5:15. Just
What's
tried
that
to get
label
the
say on
office,
it?
But you didn't answer. Listen, you need to be careful. Your theory is based on initial assumptions that may not be accurate. You could hurt yourself. Also, we need to talk about 558F. You know, I can't
Some
just
Fargo-looking scenery.
Get back to me.
What's on your? What is that napkin?
Looks like a disc or something, but you can't do anything with that.
Wait, you could turn that TV on, couldn't you? Or is
No,
that the answering machine again?
That's the answering machine again.
Oh.
All right, so this is kind of.
So why do you have an analog phone and then this crazy thing? And then
I
a
think
flat
it's
screen
just
TV?
aesthetic choice.
Okay, because there's like wires. And
Did you ever
stuff.
see It Follows?
No.
Never mind.
So that is a horror movie that's set ostensibly in modern day, but a lot of the tech they use in the movie is like old 80s style, like
Interesting.
phones and TVs and stuff, and it's very much like it was just an aesthetic choice.
Okay. You know, not everything. Sometimes a cigar
Yeah.
is just a cigar.
Exactly.
All right.
All right, let's see here.
Oh, you can go to your house anytime you want.
Yeah, now
At
it's just on the list.
9:17.
Let's see.
Always coming back to the office. So many problems you've created. If only you had more time.
So do you feel like you beat the level, or you beat the thing when you get back to the emergency state? Like you found the thing they wanted you to find?
Yeah, but again, it's not always the same emergency state. Like it's not just a consistent loop.
So you're looking for, what was it, 518F? 5...
Well, so that's not exactly what you're looking for.
Okay.
There's more of the clues I found tend to come, not always, but some of the clues tend to come from the voice.
Okay,
From the
so
AI.
you just need more time. So
Need
you
more
look
time,
at the
so-
clock. You just butterfly affected. Oh,
Yes.
is this a butterfly effect? Oh, okay. I just
Not
I
exactly.
cracked the code, Alex.
But what I did was by looking at the time,
Uh-huh.
it sort of it connected me back to a different part of this memory.
That's how the butterfly effect works.
Oh.
Or in the movie,
Yeah.
that's how the
All
butterfly
right.
effect works.
I wonder what this recording says now.
We can force ourselves to deliberately forget.
Through EEG measurements, we should be able to capture the exact moment when the memory is inhibited. That is when the degradation...
Time is moving
Yes,
very
it is.
quickly. That's not how it worked in the butterfly effect. Zoe, you can't... Chloe? Chloe was...
Oh, I don't remember.
Chloe. Chloe is... Chloe? Zoe. No, Zoe's the friend.
Okay, now we have another message.
Life is strange. Zoe...
Oh, Chloe, yeah.
Chloe? Zoe.
Wait. Well, there's Max.
There's Max, and then who's the friend?
It's Chloe.
Chloe. Jeez.
One new
I forgot
message
everything.
left today at 1:21 a.m. Please come home. Where are you?
Can you go back to that time and answer the phone?
No. Doesn't work like that. In fact, one of the things I banged my head against a whole bunch was trying to figure out a way to stop this time.
Wait, didn't it say the message was left at 1:40?
Well, at 1:21.
Oh, so you just missed it?
Yeah, and unfortunately, when you're going through that super
Yeah.
fast loop, you can't stop it.
Okay.
Respond to your actions, but your own memories will drive behavior. So, let's say, for example,
You say, but if it's someday, they will do that. And,
You need better recording equipment, dude.
sometimes
Yeah, have you tried digital?
that false
It's not perfect, but I feel it's a little more reliable.
Yep. Okay, I'll be in the back office. Yeah, I gotta figure out how to fix this problem.
Go to the back office. So is this a lot of memory and time travel stuff?
Yeah and no. I mean, it's not exactly time travel. Like the memories that you're dealing with
Something
here
very strange happened while you were in.
are obviously in the past, but they're being represented here in present
Sometimes
time
success
in this
requires an
device.
exponential number of failures. Do the math. You'll see.
But then things do start getting weird after a point.
One moment.
Start getting weird.
Well,
So I did the
weirder.
math, and I was right. Moving on.
How much further do you want to go? I feel like we're starting to get into
I'll go
the-
a little bit further. The key thing about this, and before I get too much further in here, is that the whole of this game is multiple endings. Like and part of it is sort of broken out into these different color states. Like there's basically according to, and you'll see this in the achievements, there's a blue ending, there's a green ending, there's a white ending.
Okay.
The blue ending is the one that most people find just, I think, on their own, at least from what I've read. But the way you find the other stuff is through some really obscure shit that it took a bunch of people like kind of crowdsourcing via like the Steam forums and other places to suss out. Like there's in one of the sequences there's like a
Well,
link.
don't give it away.
Well, I'm not, but I'm saying there's a link to a Reddit thread, like a real Reddit thread that is like tied into the game somehow. There are email addresses that are like listed on some of those documents that people tried emailing and they actually got responses
Weird.
back. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of like what you actually have to do to get those. I'm certainly not going to spoil that stuff.
Sure.
But like
So there's a little ARG to this. Is a little
there's more
the
than
majestic.
there's more than a little ARG to this. So I just zoomed in on its clock and shit got weird.
So is that like basically a learned mechanic at this point of like, hey, look at clocks and you can.
Yeah, though again, there's limits to what you can actually get out of that because they don't just like zoom to a bunch of different times. It's just kind of like
Well, right, a different scene.
yeah. And there's some really good unsettling shit in here, you know, some really unsettling vibes.
No!
Access to this part of your memory is not permitted.
Why not?
Don't be angry. It's all part of your design. You're not ready. Trust me.
Okay. So this is $10 on the PlayStation Store right now,
It
or at least
is.
that's what we're playing on PS4 here.
Yeah.
Back door's open. So
It
that
is.
wasn't open before.
No, it wasn't.
It's that same picture.
Yeah. So this stuff is worth reading through, and in fact, some of it actually gets like a little weird. Like it doesn't read like it reads like it's like kind of the ramblings of I don't know how to describe it other than to say like it just doesn't sound right. Like some of the like there's a newspaper clipping that's like some obituaries, and none of it makes any sense.
You know, they always say text in your dreams and stuff is real funny. Okay.
So the AI is not going to let me go and
Perform an emergency shutdown.
yeah. So
Uh-oh, my baseball cap.
Sometimes I get concerned that false memories are being planted in your mind.
Inception.
it's worth noting the walking speed is obviously pretty slow. There's a little bit of a speed up mechanic here, but it's not much. But also, you're not walking any great distances in this game, so
Doesn't
it kind
seem
of
like
doesn't
it.
matter. What do you think,
Please
Vinny?
be careful.
Yeah.
Nobody knows exactly what that control panel does. I think it's mislabeled. Wait. Please stop.
I was just about to tell you something very important. Please. Why are you doing this?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Wait. The AI is off, right?
The AI is off, but the system is still working.
All right, let's do it. Let's crack this nut.
This is probably as far as I'm going to go. I'm going to do this bit here, and this is going to be it.
So basically, you're exploring these scenes, looking for
Yes.
clues.
And trying to kind of piece together a little bit of what's happening here. Though the thing I will caution against, let's just do this bit and then we'll. Ma'am? Ma'am?
She was never there.
Can I?
Just floating. Okay. What time is it? 2 in the morning? Whoa, you came out the other side. I think you broke your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're simulating the simulation space?
Yep.
How this all started.
Alex, which one's the real one?
Everything you've seen is a
Do you
version
remember what happened?
I've been waiting for
It's your fault.
the past. This is the end.
Badly.
You really think chosen under
Sometimes I get concerned that false
Wait, can you turn around and go backwards?
concern by
You
false
can come back.
No. Okay.
in your mind.
Nobody comes back.
Can you turn the AI off again?
Keep moving.
Keep moving.
Just
Always
gotta keep moving.
You were speeding up.
Yeah.
It's like the being in Lost Woods in Zelda.
Confused right
A little bit.
how this all started. There was an accident. Do you remember what happened?
Oh, are you getting that same loop again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they kind of want this to build
yeah,
up here.
I get it, yeah.
Version. I've been waiting for you. Everything you've seen is a version you haven't seen.
It's like Portal, like when you gain speed, you know, you... Yeah, okay.
Come home.
Okay. This is cool. This is...
Yeah.
You know,
So it
does
goes-
it pay
it-
off? Does it feel...
So that's the thing I want to caution against, is that
Life or death situation.
so I've seen what all the endings are, and I kind of I wanted to research like what you actually had to do to find some of that stuff, and a lot of it is like the first ending is not super hard to get to, but the ones after that are like the second one's a little more obscure, and the third one is ridiculous.
What you said it was like red, green, and blue?
Blue, green, and white.
Blue, green, and white. Okay.
And so you can go find. There's a big thread on the Steam forums, or if you want to see like how people suss that stuff out and like what they did. There's a Reddit thread as well, I think. The thing I want to caution against is that this is not a game with like
activate the terminal in front
it
of
does
you.
not pay off
Follow
with
the
with
instructions.
really explicit answers.
You might have to do some external...
Yeah, and I think even when you get the endings, like it stays purposely vague.
So this is an are you satisfied
Yes,
experience?
so for me, the thing I will say is that like
Please activate
I
the
think this
terminal
is a
in front of
really
you.
cool
Follow
concept,
the
and as a
instructions.
proof of concept for like what they theoretically wanted, what the developers seem to want to do as in like an anthology thing here, it makes a strong first impression. It is not the most satisfying game to play.
Yeah.
It is a little bit clunky, and like again, some of the solutions that ended up becoming the source for how you get to those endings.
The terminal in front of you.
I don't know how anyone would have ever figured that out with a whole bunch of like people working together on
That's
it.
cool.
But that's kind of cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a cool concept, and I hope they do more with it. I hope they flesh out the interactivity a little bit more in future installments. But you know, like I was immediately taken with this thing, and I ended up dropping like a few hours, like just trying to sort stuff out, like not expecting to be into it at all.
So $10 isn't a big price for entry either.
No, it's not. And again, this is not a long experience, especially if you use any online sources to kind of walk through it. It's not going to take you a ton of time, but like, I don't know. For me, the investment was worth it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Alex.
Thanks, Vinny.
Please activate the terminal in front of you and follow the instructions.